I want to talk about today's heat over South Africa. Some parts of the country stayed relatively mild, especially in the far west, but over the interior of the country as well as towards the eastern coastline, we saw incredibly hot conditions where temperatures rose into the high 30s for the areas that I've indicated in red. But that wasn't the worst of it. Some areas in the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and the Lowveld saw temperatures rising above 40 degrees Celsius, including for Richards Bay along the KZN North Coast. Thunderstorms also broke out this afternoon for much of eastern South Africa, and we've had stormy conditions on the West Rand as well as towards southern Gauteng today, as well as parts of Mpumalanga at the moment. But there were big thunderstorms for some areas in eastern KwaZulu-Natal. It was very stormy over Maritzburg and Durban earlier on. Those heavier thunder showers are now spread along the northern coastline and the adjacent interior. Some of those showers and thunderstorms are going to continue for the rest of this evening and even into the early parts of tomorrow morning, especially onto the Highveld. We can see that indicated on our Synoptic Analysis. And then into the early parts of tomorrow, a few showers move in along the south coast as well. And those are going to start pushing further into the interior of the Eastern Cape as the day goes on. And then once again, for tomorrow afternoon, thunderstorms in the eastern parts, and we're going to see big thunderstorms for some areas along that eastern escarpment. And for this reason, there is a watch in place for tomorrow. That is for the potential of severe thunderstorms, which will be likely for the interior of KZN. So once again, we will closely monitor those parts as the afternoon progresses. The Northern Cape, on the other hand, will be somewhat cooler than it has been for the last few days. It's going to be a dry Wednesday over the province, while in the Western Cape there could be showers, especially in the morning for some areas around the peninsula and Hermanus. Along the southern coastline, though, there's a somewhat better chance of rain, and there's up to a 60% chance from George through to Plate and Port Elizabeth. And as we've seen, those showers could also pass further into the interior. Much cooler conditions for the interior of the Eastern Cape. Adelaide, 26 degrees after today's 40-degree heat in that area. 27 for Korwa, where you could see a few thunder showers, and very similar all across the southern Drakensberg. Ladysmith stays hot at 35 degrees, but take a look at Richards Bay, 29, certainly cooler than it was today, and there is up to a 60% chance of thunder showers for these parts. Similar for the Mpumalanga Highveld, it's going to be another very hot day for this province. Take a look at Skukuza. 42 degrees, your expected maximum temperature, very similar to today's conditions. And we see temperatures somewhat similar to that all across the low-lying areas of Limpopo. Other parts of the province hopefully seeing a few thunderstorms. And there is a small possibility of thunder showers over the northwest, including Mahikeng, where it stays very hot at 35. Patchy thunder showers into the Free State, but it stays dry from Bloemfontein westwards. Zastron also partly cloudy and dry. And for Gauteng, a slightly cooler day expected for the area. And once again, a couple of afternoon thunderstorms possible. Winds pick up over the central parts in the afternoon, and there will also be gusty conditions along the east coast, including both Durban and Richards Bay. Heading into Thursday, thunder showers for the eastern interior, while it's going to be a cloudy, cooler and wet day for Durban and Richards Bay. And then on Friday, still a few showers hanging around in KwaZulu-Natal, thunderstorms across the northern parts, but a dry day expected for the northern and western Cape. That's all from the Weather Centre. I'll be back a bit later with another update.